제51회 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요?
안녕하세요. Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host Lisa Kelly and welcome to our program. I'd like to introduce our wonderful teacher here next to me. Hello Stephen.
Hi Lisa, how you doing?
Suffering from a bad cold right now.
Lisa's got a little cold today.
Yeah.
안녕하세요. I'm Stephen Revere. I'll be your host today. We're going to talk about family. And we've got two students who have some big families, huh?
안녕하세요, 나오미입니다. Yes, I got a big family, and you?
안녕하세요, 니띠입니다. I think we have the same number of family.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how many members do you have in your family anyway?
We're seven.
Both of you?
Each
Yeah.
have
Okay,
seven
My
people.
goodness.
Wow.
Well, today's main expression is 가족이 모두 몇 명이야? Which means how many members are there in your family? And I know Stephen has prepared something for us today.
In commemoration of this show, I got a couple of pictures of my parents here. These are my parents. This is us having drinks. This is their 25th wedding, or 35th wedding anniversary. Over here, you can see, Mom wrote their 35th anniversary. Their 35th anniversary, I took that picture. This is my brother came to Korea. My youngest brother.
Oh, just recently. I remember that.
You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, my youngest brother just came to Korea. This is us near Hongdae.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and this is my other young brother. He's everybody thinks he looks like my older brother, especially since he got married before me. But, no, he's my younger brother. This is me and my parents out hiking on a trip right before I came to Korea. So I have 5 members in my family. We'll go into that a little bit later after we do.
That's right. After we check out our expressions for today here at Let's Do It.
Let's do it!
가족이 모두 몇 명이야?
6명이야.
Okay, we heard this expression. 가족이, 가족 is family in Korea, and 가족이 모두, altogether, 몇 명이야. You can say just 몇 명이야 to say how many altogether or how many people altogether. So altogether this means how many members are there in your family. And due to me suffering from my cold, I'm going to have to pass this over to Stephen.
I'll take over the explanations, okay?
Okay.
가족 is family. There's another great word for family that I love.
Right.
식구.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Shik is food or
Uh-huh.
eating, and gu is like a group of people. So 식구 is the people that you eat with.
And the wonderful thing about the Korean language is here, 식구 and family, of course, they both, 식구 and 가족, they both mean family, but they also mean, like a group of us, we all work together. So you could also refer to us as one family, 식구 or 가족, 우리 가족, 우리 식구.
But we don't use 가족 so much for people that you're just hanging out with, right? 식구, we are
like
식구.
us, because we work together.
Yeah, 식구, we always eat together too. So we are definitely 식구. Very often when you're working with people or you spend a lot of time with people, you will call them 우리 식구. Yes, absolutely. And then that's followed up with 모두, which means all, and in this case, all together, kind of. 몇 is how many. We've had this before. We use 몇 명, how many people. And when you want to say the high form of this, there's a special noun for that. Did you know that? There's a special noun for people. Do you guys know it? 몇 명? What could you say instead of 몇 명? 몇 분, right? When you go into a restaurant or something and say 몇 분이세요? 몇 분이세요? How many people is it, right? So that's the higher form. Here you would say 몇 명, somebody you're a little more friendly with, and you put 몇 in front of nouns. The other one that we had before when we talked about time was 몇시.
All right, let's practice this line. 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요?
가족이 모두 몇 명이에요?
가족이 모두 몇 명이에요?
And if we want to ask, how many people are there all together without referring to your family, how can you say that?
모두 몇 명이에요?
Right, or just 몇 명이에요. Good. Okay. Also, when we respond, we want to say, how do we respond? Which numeral system do we use?
Yeah.
That's always the tricky part.
One good basic rule is when because there's two different numeral
Exactly.
systems, right? One good basic rule of thumb is when you're talking about low numbers, things that don't go much above the teens, you always use the pure Korean system, 하나, 둘, 셋. And then when you talk about things that go much higher than teens, into the 20s, 30s, 40s, you start using the Sino-Korean system, the Chinese Korean system, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the thing you have to be careful of is when you put 하나, 둘, 셋 before a noun, they are irregular, right? You must change them. 한 명, 두 명, 세 명, and then, net also, the fourth one, 네 명, right?
And then you
하나,
go back to
한,
다섯.
둘,
Right.
yeah, and then the rest of them are regular, which you don't have to worry about because you have 7 people in your family, so you can say 일곱 명.
Okay. You just took away my quiz question. Okay, I was going
Did
to
I?
ask you, 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? Okay, why don't you respond to that?
모두 7명이에요.
Okay, and
모두 7명이에요.
that's cheating because you got the same number in your family. Okay, now we go on to the harder part, which is finding out the names for what you refer to as your grandfather, mother, etc. But the most difficult part is this 언니, 오빠 system here, right? We refer to females who are older than you as your 언니, or if you're a guy, you can refer to them as your 누나. But then you've got younger people, then you call them your 동생 with no gender differentiation.
Koreans always have a tendency to refer to people who they know even just a little bit with family member names because it kind of makes you feel more like a family, just like
Right.
Lisa was going into before. Makes you feel a little bit closer. Now, what would you call your do you have an older sister, Niti?
No, I'm the first.
You're the oldest,
the
okay.
Okay.
Do you have an older sister?
Yes, I have.
What would you call her?
언니.
Onni, yes. I'm sure you do already because she's been in Korea before, right? So, and what would you call your older sister if you had one?
누나.
Nuna. Very good. What do you call your mother? 어머니. And then if you want to be really honorific, you can say 어머님. Okay? Very, much more polite. 아버지. Or very, very honorific. 어머님.
아버님.
아버님. Thank you. 아버님. Kind of a little confused. And then if you want to talk about your grandparents, you just put 할 in front of it. Just like grandmother or grandfather. 할머니. 할아버지.
Okay, now that we got the family tree down, let's go and take a look at what we've learned so far.
Wrap it up.
With Lisa.
And Steven.
스티븐, 가족이 몇 명이야?
모두 4명이야.
가족들은 어디에 있어?
가족들은 미국에 있어.
Okay, we heard a new sentence in there, but I'm sure you're very familiar with everything in this sentence. 가족 was family, and then 가족들 is the plural form. 가족들은 어디에 있어? 어디 is where. 있어 is where are they? So where are your family members, or where is your family? And they said 미국에 있어. I'm sure that's referring to Stephen here. His family's in the States. So let me ask you guys. 가족들은 어디에 있어요?
이탈리아에 있어요.
Very good. 가족들은 어디에 있어요?
말레이시아에 있어요.
있어. Yo. Yo. All right. And then let's review over what we learned today. Let's repeat. Okay. 가족들은 모두 몇 명이에요?
가족들은 모두 몇 명이에요?
가족들은 모두 몇 명이에요?
And then you can answer by saying how many members?
7명이에요.
7명이에요.
This is our Let's Speak Korean 식구. Take a look at us. Okay. Hi. All right.
Go eat.
Okay. All right. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time here at Let's Speak Korean. Bye-bye.
Bye.